The shore is quiet, the water pulls away. Footprints fading in the silver gray. Morning breath on a cooling skin. Every wave knows where we've been. Salt in the air, a slower heart. The ocean rests before it starts. Nothing loud, nothing to prove. Just empty space and a softer truth. When the tide is low, I feel it more. Every echo hits the shore. All the things I try to hide rise with you in low tide light. Low tide feelings pulling me in. When the water's gone, the truth begins. No disguise, no highway dreaming. Just low tide feelings, low tide feelings, low tide feelings under my skin. Quiet storms I'm breathing in. If the sea could talk tonight, it would sound like you in low tide light. Shells like memories on the sand. Broken pieces I still understand. What was lost didn't disappear. It just learned to wait right here. The horizon holds its breath between what's left and what's next. I don't run, don't pretend. Even silence has an end. When the tide is low, I hear my name in the distance. Soft but plain, every truth I try to fight stands with me in low tide light. Low tide feelings pulling me in. When the water's gone, the truth begins. No disguise, no highway dreaming. Just low tide feelings, low tide feelings, low tide feelings under my skin. Quiet storms I'm breathing in. If the sea could talk tonight, it would sound like you in low tide light. Drifting slow, no need to swim. Letting go of what could have been. In the calm before the rise, low tide knows my other side. The moon still rides on the sea, promises it never keeps. But I stay, I don't complain. Even emptiness has shape. Every scar becomes a sign that I loved and borrowed time. When the waves are far away, I finally hear what my heart says. Maybe I was scared still of moments I can't feel. But the quiet makes it clear. I don't need the noise to feel. If the tide comes back again, I won't beg it, I won't bend. I'll remember who I am, standing on this open sand. Low tide feelings pulling me in. Barefoot truth beneath my skin. No more running, no more meaning. Lost in low tide feelings. Low tide feelings, slow and real. Nothing left, I have to heal. If the night could speak in signs, it would whisper low tide lines. When the water finds its way and the sea begins to play, I still know what silence brings from these low tide feelings. Low tide feelings. Low tide feelings. Low tide City lights melt into gold, neon arcs never get old. Late air breathing on our skin, every moment pulls us in. Windows down, the radio low, we don't need to know where we go. Time is soft, the clock is kind, leaving all the way behind. The stars hang loose above the street, every second feels complete. No tomorrow in our sight, just this slow and open night. Warm nights don't rush, they let us stay in the space where worries fade. No need to run, no need to touch. Warm nights don't rush, warm nights don't rush, they hold us close in between the almost and the ghost. If we fall in trust. Warm nights don't rush, warm nights don't rush. Your shadow dances on the wall, like it knows we won't let it fall. Every laugh is taking time, every word is crossing lines. Summer sweat and whispered truth, fading fast but feeling new. Every breath we don't explain says more than any name. The world can wait outside this frame, nothing here we have to claim. No future pulling at our side, just the now we don't divide. Warm nights don't rush, they let us stay in the space where worries fade. No need to run, no need to touch. Warm nights don't rush, warm nights don't rush, warm nights don't rush, they hold us close in between the almost and the ghost. If we fall in trust. Warm nights don't rush, warm nights don't rush. Slow heart, soft light, we're still here, still alright. No sign, no proof, just the calm of this truth. Every silence has a sound when your name is not around. But it's fine, I'll let it breathe. Nothing here I need to keep. We don't promise, we don't plan, just the warmth of who we am. If the morning comes too soon, let it catch us in this tune. Maybe love is just a pause before we look for more, a space where nothing's wrong and nothing lasts for sure. If the night decides to end, we won't ask it to pretend. We'll remember how it felt when we didn't need ourselves. Warm nights don't rush, they move in time, like a slow and perfect line. Every doubt turns into dust. Warm nights don't rush, warm nights don't rush, they leave a mark, soft and glowing in the dark. If we lose it, we don't fuss. Warm nights don't rush. When the sky turns pale and blue and the city starts anew, I'll still feel what night once was. Proof that warm nights don't rush, 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 the sun goes quiet in a deeper shade. Gold turns blue as the light starts to fade. Shadows stretch where the shoreline bends. Day go, the night begins. Soul on skin is slowing sound, every color drifting down. We don't speak, we understand. This moment needs no plan. The sky is white, the ocean low. A softer fire begins to glow. Every heartbeat slow in time as dusk redraws a line. night is heavy, breathing slow. Neon melts in afterglow. Warm air sticking to our skin. Every thought drifts further in. Windows open, curtains still. The city hums against its will. Sweat and static in the dark. Every spark leaves a mark. No wind to break the soundless space. Just your shadow, just your face. Time feels thick, the moment wide. Like the world forgot to move outside. Heat wave silence, holding tight. When the air won't move tonight. Every word just feels too loud. In the heat wave silence now. Heat wave silence, slow and deep. Secrets that we never speak. If the night could feel a touch, it would sound like heat wave hush. Streetlights blur through tired eyes. Summer bends, the reason lies somewhere between yes and no, where we let the heartbeat go. Every breath is taking time. Every line we don't define. We don't rush, we don't explain. Even stillness feels like rain. The clock ticks off but doesn't leave. Nothing here we have to be. In this pause, in this delay, we forget the days decay. Heat wave silence, holding tight. When the air won't move tonight. Every word just feels too loud. In the heat wave silence now. Heat wave silence, slow and deep. Secrets that we never speak. If the night could feel a touch, it would sound like heat wave hush. Slow fire, no flame. Calling out without a name. Still heart, steady pulse, wrapped in heat wave hush. Shadows pool along the floor like they've been here all before. Every fear begins to sweat. Every truth we haven't met. If the morning finds us here, we won't say what's unclear. Let the sun decide what stays after all these burning days. Maybe silence is the sound of something real we haven't found. A space where nothing has to rise, where the heat just fills the sky. If this moment breaks in two, I'll still carry part of you. Like a mark the night can't erase, left behind in heated space. Heat wave silence. its skies. Glass reflections, half closed eyes. Music drips from distant rooms. Time slows down in amber hues. Barefoot steps on cooling floors. Salted air through open doors. Every laugh is soft and slow. Like the tide, we let it flow. Shadows stretch, the daylight leans between the almost and the in-betweens. Nothing urgent, nothing real, just the calm we choose to feel. Sunset lounge, dreams drifting wide, where the day and night collide. No tomorrow, no past scenes, lost inside. Sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams, warm and low, letting all the tension go. If the sky could hum in tune, it would sound like sunset lounge dreams. Silk tone voices in the air. Slow sips, fingers in your hair. Every glance is taking time. Every touch is crossing lines. Candles flicker, city sighs. Rooftop hearts against the sky. Nothing here we need to name. Even silence feels the same. The sun melts down behind the blue, leaving traces of the truth. We don't chase, we don't scheme, we dissolve into the sea. Sunset lounge, dreams drifting wide, where the day and night collide. No tomorrow, no past scenes, lost inside. Sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams, warm and low, letting all the tension go. If the sky could hum in tune, it would sound like sunset lounge dreams. Slow beat, slow light, everything feels just right. Hold still, breathe deep, this is all we need. Neon wakes as gold grows thin. Night slips quietly within. Every fear begins to fade. In the glow the dusk is made. If the moment breaks apart, I'll still carry this soft start, like a song we didn't play, but remember anyway. Maybe dreams are not asleep, but moments that we get to keep. A pause between the rush and race, a gentle floating space. If the stars decide to show, we won't rush, then we'll go slow. Let the dark arrive unseen, wrapped in lounge-lit reverie. Sunset lounge, dreams wide and still, pouring calm into our will. Every breath ain't smooth and clean inside these sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams, soft and true, painted pink and shaded blue. If the night begins to lean, I'll stay here in sunset lounge dreams. When the sky turns deep and clear, and the crowd begins to disappear, I'll remember what it means to live inside sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams. Sunset lounge dreams. say the light knows when to fade. Last night on the coast, falling slow, where the sea forgets what it knows. No rush, no reason to hold, just the last light on the coast. Last night on the coast, calm and clear, turning shadows into near. If the night takes what we lost, I'll remember the last light on the coast. Salt-stained air and quiet skin, even endings feel like when what we were, what we became, drift together, none to blame. The tide retreats without regret, leaves behind what we can't forget. Every echo on the sand feels like it still understands. The colors thin, the sky goes wide between the where and why. Every truth we didn't post leaves here in the afterglow. Last light on the coast, falling slow, where the sea forgets what it knows. No rush, no reason to hold, just the last light on the coast. Last light on the coast, calm and clear, turning shadows into near. If the night takes what we lost, I'll remember the last light on the coast. Stay a little, breathe it in, let the dark begin to spin. No words left, no almost, only light and coast. Stars arrive like quiet friends, knowing how the daylight ends. Every fear begins to rest in the blue the night has dressed. If tomorrow pulls me far, I'll still know just where you are, in the space the sun once crossed, in the last light on the coast. Maybe love is not the fire, but the glow and flames retire. A softer truth, a fading line that still knows how to shine. If the wave erases trace,